We're back, kids. I got my ZZ sweatshirt on, and I have my little kitty here with me. Today, I am gonna be talking about Miss Bonnaroo. You already know this is the 2021 version of my Your Guide to Bonnaroo video, which happened in 2020. I'm gonna be going over a slew of things with you guys. So first off, I'm gonna go over the lineup very quickly, just like I did before, because I think that is always the real tea. Bonnaroo basically kept a decent amount of the lineup. I'm gonna scoot over a little so I can put the lineup in. But I'm just gonna tell you guys like some people that I am excited for. I'm not gonna go through like every single act. Dabin is on here. Hesh is on here for Thursday. Young Ian's on here. We love to see. He's still on here from last year. Tasca Black and Zaya are also here. Friday, we still get Megan Thee Stallion. You truly love to see, okay? Run the Jewels, Janelle Monáe, Glass Animals, Young Thug, Jack Harlow, and we still get Young Dave Tipper on Friday. You love to see. Foo Fighters are also headlining. We get Nelly, but I'm pretty upset because it doesn't say Country Grammar Set, and y'all know how I felt about that in the first place, so I'm kind of upset that it's not the Country Grammar Set, but it's okay. Troy Boy is still on here. I would just like to say, I would like to give a shout out to young Troy. Thank you for making my life better. He's trying it. Sudden Death, lit. Omar Apollo is gonna be amazing. Lucy, Atlians, Miha, Roman Silver. I cannot wait to see a Roman Silver set. I'm so hyped for this. Like, y'all have no clue. And then Trip Street and the girl Notlo. We love to see. I'm so happy that Notlo is on this lineup. She really deserves it, honestly. And Trip Street, like, that's fire. Saturday, we got Lizzo headlining and Tame Impala, G-Eazy, Seven Lions. Also, how hilarious, Kevin Gates. Mark Riblier actually got on here, which is so dope after all the stuff he did over quarantine. Subtronics, JID, let's go, baby. Ash Nico, which is dope. Tate McRae, Wooly, Dr. Fresh, William Black, Flamingosis, Level Up, and Lick. And then finally, last but not least, Sunday we got Tyler the Creator coming in hot as a headliner, and Lana Del Rey. We got Lil Baby, Deadmau5. Wow, Deadmau5 is headlining? I didn't even realize the Deadmau5 was headlining. We kind of love to see. Young the Giant, Boombox Cartel, which I'm super excited about. Peekaboo, Flo Milli. Flo Milli has a set that's so fire. Jamila Woods, Lucid, and last but not least, Elderbrook. So that is like a brief overview basically of the lineup and people that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, Troy Boy is like my favorite producer, so very much looking forward to Troy Boy being on this lineup. Very excited to potentially think about being on the farm and seeing him. But speaking of that, now I'm going to talk to you guys about some new improvements this year, the info, what's going on, what you should bring, etc., all that good stuff. So let's get into that, right, Z? Yeah. So a big new thing that is happening this year is daily entry, and basically Bonnaroo is making it so that if you have a vehicle camping pass, you have a specific time slot that you're going to be entering the farm. This is for COVID precautions, of course, just to make sure that, like, you know, not everyone is trying to get in at the same time, and also people just have their own time slots. So basically, you'll have an entry day assigned to your camping pass, so that you'll know when you arrive, and they can kind of also space out like when everyone is getting there, just to make it, you know, safer because of COVID. You can basically choose passes for earlier in the week if you want. Like if you want to, you know, get there earlier, you probably will get shorter lines, it says, if you do choose those passes. And of course, you also get a shorter walk to Bonnaroo. So it's a trade-off, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, just because I'm obviously going with my friends, so I don't know when we're gonna leave, but I should probably get on these parking passes. I definitely want to be close to Bonnaroo. Last year, or not last year, but 2019, we were pretty darn close to Bonnaroo, and we were right near the bathrooms and like all this dope stuff. So crossing my fingers for that again, folks. Another huge thing about Bonnaroo this year is the jam track. Honestly, I'm gonna put like some info here about the jam track, but basically Bonnaroo is using like a tram system now. So they've mapped out kind of where all of the campsites are gonna be, and they're gonna be having a jam track, aka a little tram, like an outdoor, like an open tram, that's gonna be kind of circling around all of the areas, so that you can actually get picked up and then be transported to Bonnaroo. So if you are super far, you don't have to worry about like walking that whole distance. And even if you're close, like you can kind of hitch a ride. So I think it's really smart. Very, very good idea. We love to see it. And it's free. Again, which we also love to see. We love people offering things for free, right, Z? Yes, he says yes. It apparently runs all day and night as well. So if you are spun, head on over to the jam track and hitch a ride back to your campsite. I feel like that's a super helpful tool, and that, shout out to them for implementing that, because yeah, I just think everyone always talks about like what pod they're in and how far they are from Bonnaroo and how the walk is annoying, etc. So I think doing this is going to be a huge help. And also yeah, there's multiple routes, there's multiple stops along the way. It obviously, if you guys don't know, it has been moved from its typical dates in June to September 2nd through 5th, so Labor Day weekend, which I think is super smart of them, and shout out to the Bonnaroo team for kind of doing what they think makes the most sense. Yeah, so now that I've kind of talked about all the new stuff, I'm gonna get into my top tricks and tips for Bonnaroo 2021. Bring a variety of clothing, okay? So it is gonna be in September, the beginning of September, but it's still Tennessee. It's still gonna be super hot. So definitely bring a lot of hot clothes, but also definitely make sure you have some signature staple kind of hoodies and sweats and pants, or whatever kind of you wear as warm clothing, because the nights can get cold, and I have a feeling because it's going to be in September, the nights might get even colder. So just make sure you're ready for any old type of weather. Also make sure you have a good pair of boots, because if it rains, if it storms, you want to make sure that you got some sturdy boots out there with you. You gotta bring your COVID essentials, bro. I'm gonna do a video about like what to bring to Fest in lieu of COVID, but I'll just say right now for Bonnaroo, definitely have that hand sanitizer on deck. You definitely want to make sure you get a really good hydration pack so that you are hydrated, because that still makes a difference in keeping your health and wellness up, and especially when you're in hot climates like that for a long period of time, you just want to make sure that you're staying hydrated and you're giving yourself, you know, the best head start you can get, you know. Explore. Rue is so big. Like, Center Rue is so big. The pods are so big. Like, the campus of Bonnaroo is so freaking large. Like, the grounds. Please explore. Go to Snake and Jake's. Go to all of the stages at least once. Which also reminds me, I will link up here as a card my Bonnaroo bucket list for you guys to see. I feel like it still applies even in this kind of COVID world we're in right now, but it has just like some tips and tricks and like things that you should definitely see while you're on the farm. But say all that to say, definitely explore. It's a huge place. It has so many fun things, and you'll be glad, you'll be happy with yourself after. Find a good group. I think this is going to be especially important this year, just because as we're navigating festivals through COVID, and you know, there's some pod style fest, there's some other fests where like, you know, you kind of have to be in your own group, or like are mainly going to be staying in your own space. But I think in lieu of all of that, definitely make sure you're with a great group that you love and trust, and that has fun, and that is on the same wavelength as you, because you also don't want to be on the farm with a bunch of people that don't see the same music as you, or are like just not on the same vibe. Especially if like we're really trying to kind of keep these distancing guidelines and really like stick to the groups that we're in and stuff like that. Like, you definitely want to make sure that you're in a group that kind of resonates with you and your music tastes and just like your vibe. And my last tip slash trick for Bonnaroo 2021 is go see some damn new music, please. I know we all have our favorites. Like, I know we all have people that we love to see and want to see, but please go check out some new music. There are some fire people on this lineup that I know are kind of like lesser known names, but I'm telling you, I know they're gonna throw down sets, and some of the best sets I've caught, and I'm sure you'll hear this from other people that go to festivals and stuff, are the sets of the people I didn't even know. You know, the sets that like my friends dragged me to because they knew the artist, or I got a recommendation from someone else, or even sets that I just was randomly sitting in that spot and a new set started and I just stayed. You know, like, you can find so much dope new music on the farm, and I think kind of just in general at festivals. So do not sell yourself short. Definitely check out those sets of the people you don't know. If I had to recommend, particularly some people that are kind of like the smaller names but that I think are gonna throw down, I would obviously say the boy Mize. You definitely gotta catch a Mize set, for real. Like, you definitely gotta catch a Mize set. I would definitely say check out Tasca Black, check out Not Low, definitely check out Trip Street, check out Ash Nico. She's probably gonna throw down like a really fun set. And Lick is gonna probably throw down a hard set. Obviously my man Troy Boy, even though I feel like he's not like a small name, but like he kind of is. Elderbrook will probably be throwing down those house jams, so you'll definitely want to catch that. I didn't even see LS Dream on here. Definitely see a LS Dream set. And Flo Milli is gonna throw down some bars on y'all. And Roman Silver. So those are kind of my picks for like some of the smaller font names that I think are going to really throw down this year, so definitely don't miss them. But even if you know of those people and like there's some other names that you aren't familiar with, just check them out. Maybe make a list of like 5 to 10 names, probably leaning more toward like 5-ish names that you have no clue who they are, but you're interested in kind of checking out their set. I definitely always recommend making a Spotify playlist or whatever kind of music platform you use, making a playlist with, you know, the artists that are going to be on the lineup, to try to find some new artists, and also like think and look forward to kind of your artists that you already know playing some of your favorite songs in their sets. That is my top tips and tricks for Bonnaroo I have right now. I'll probably think of more, and I am wondering if I'm going to redo my Bonnaroo bucket list video, but even if I don't, I still feel like it's relevant. So again, that's going to be linked in a card up top, and I'm just mad excited for live music to be back. The thought of potentially going to Bonnaroo is just crazy to me now, considering like I filmed all those videos last year and then I never got to see the light of day when it came to Rue, obviously, because none of us did. But I'm just so hyped to be back. I'm so hyped for festivals to be back and for us to be reuniting under the same sky with listening to the same music, sharing good vibes, sharing just positivity and smiles and laughter and compliments and all of that stuff. Like, that is what I live for and what I look forward to. And so I'm so excited to be going back into my element this year. I'm sure you guys are super excited. I'm also so excited to be motivated to make content again. And I hope that it will resonate with you guys and be helpful. And we're out here, you know? We're out here. My cat is doing his own thing. But I am excited. Leave some comments down below if you're going to the farm this year. Let me know what you're looking forward to the most. Let me know any tips or tricks you have for anyone. Let's make the comments like a sharing of knowledge area, because I feel like that's always the vibe. And I will see you guys in my next video. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am. I'm definitely going to be filming more festival stuff. I'm going to be reviewing some other lineups and just talking about some other stuff. So hit that subscribe button if you did like this video. Obviously, I would love if you hit that like button as well. Turn those post notifications on to be notified when I actually post a new video, which hasn't been often lately, but I'm getting back on my grind. So thank you guys for watching.